We have the Radiant! Look at this Luna riding a dragon. Better build's garbage. We have the Dire! With a pig, and a snake, and a centaur. We have an intro. And welcome, ladies, gentlemen, and YouTube fans of all ages, to another Ability Draft Arena. That's not an arena, it's just an ability draft with me, Carmenite, playing this sparkly golden centaur right here. Also on my team is Who Dat Ninja playing Kunkka, and on the Shadow Shaman we have Stargate. Also two randos on Bristleback, we have Hayden. It's probably pronounced Hayden, but I might call him Hayden. We have a Nature's Prophet. Suds. He's soapy. He's got a squid for a head. An octopus for a head? I guess that's an octopus. Tentacular. And on the other team, we've got a bunch of people I don't know. Lunk. Ignix. Venomancer is Toshriox. Luna is something in Asian characters that I have no idea how to read. And riding around on a bug is Cowboy. Wait, he is the bug. It's a Weaver, and he's Cowboy. Alright. We got about 10 seconds till this game starts. People are posturing up around the river runes. Looks like bottom forest and top forest are pretty safe. Stun goes down on Stargate, followed up by a devastating miscoil. It just really doesn't accomplish much. Tinker ends up in a shackle. Quill Spray can actually kill things early game. Will Ninja get the rundown and an early first blood? Looks like he's going to peel off instead of going up the hill, although he probably could have got Tinker if he kept it up. Alright, well, this one is all about Abaddon, my friend Who Dat Ninja, so we will introduce bottom first, where we have Cowboy with some crowd control, some survival, and some move speed with a little bit of damage over time. I don't know, this build's fine. I guess it's a support build. It's got a silence and a sheep. It certainly lacks for damage a little bit. But with Luna doing their thing, it will be good enough to bring down Nature's Prophet before the 1 minute mark for first blood. Nicely done, Cowboy and Luna. Speaking of Luna, we've got the Swarm, which is actually quite strong early. That scaling damage, scaling armor reduction off multiple hits can really rack up to a lot. It's quite devastating at low levels. Tinker goes down top. Let's see that. What happened, Tinker? Tinker's already low from coming out with no regen. And he gets shackled and quill sprayed. Oh no, Abaddon gets shackled. But Tinker is the one that will go down from the quill sprays. Alright, also bottom, we have Luna with an armor reducer and 2 melee attack modifiers. Seems great. But wait, what is this ult doing here? Was that a deny? No, it wasn't. It was a first pick without Lucent Beams. If you want to see how that folly went, you should look for the link to Patreon in the description below. You support me on Patreon for as little as $1 a month. You get all my extended content, which includes the draft and a post-game analysis on all of my videos. Anyway, I don't hate this build. Like, I'd play this. I don't mind playing Luna with no ult and 3 right-click abilities. It seems okay, actually. On Nature's Prophet, we have a dead Veno mid. Oh my gosh, what happened? Veno has no life and is sticking around, and I have Tidebringer, so I kill Veno. What you gonna do? On Nature's Prophet, we have all of the crowdcontrol.com. Wrath with an Ags turns into crowd control. This is a root. This is a stun. This is a surround with trees to root. They go on Luna, but Luna doesn't like that, so they go on Prophet, and Prophet goes down first. Yikes. All that CC, but not enough damage to contend with an agility hero or two. Just for curiosity's sake, how bad is this armor looking? Yeah, it was down. Was it just 2 ticks? Or was it down 2 - 4? He starts at 4. He gets the swarmed here. Okay, so no armor change. What? False. Excuse me, replay. What's happening? Ah, whatever. He dies. It must have worked okay. Yeah, it's not showing their armor reducing. This does reduce armor, right? Am I crazy? Armor reduction per attack. Yeah, so you lose an armor per second while it's on, and it has a 16-second duration. So this thing can, like, fully melt off your armor. Also, on the Radiant side, we have a Bristleback, and Bristleback has one of my favorite damage combos. Warpath and Viscous Naval Goo is so good. That low cooldown. Once you have some mana regen and your Ags, you can just spam Nasal Goo continuously. And with the level 25 Warpath talent, it's like 500 bonus damage. It's wild. Aphotic Shields, Double Edge. Yeah, sure. Let's make him a chunky strength boy with a metric fuck ton of bonus damage and tons of move speed. I love it. I would play this build. It seems excellent. I am slightly annoyed that these are on opposite sides of the Ags. We've got one Scepter effect, which you definitely want, and one Shard effect, which you definitely want, which is a lot to invest into Ags. So that's too bad, but still strikes me as a good build. Let's look at mid, where Vino has died just once so far. He is hanging out with pretty much no life. And I am about to execute the greatest hoof stomp the world has ever seen. You're welcome. That's the short. Oh man. Pro plays. Anyway, good enough to deal with this Vino. So we've got a Nuki Vino who's leveling return first. You'll notice 2 level 1 nukes do 0 damage to a centaur. No surprise there. A centaur you say? What's this? A centaur with Devour and already critical strike and pack leader's aura? It's 4 minutes into the game. That's right, the first camp I happened to look at this game was an Alpha Wolf camp. So yeah, that's real nice. I also have Tidebringer. Tidebringer and built-in crit and bonus damage is just a little unfair, and Vino's feeling it. Vino's feeling it. Alright. Top lane. We have Tinker, who first picks Moonglaves, followed by Curse of Avernus. So he can really right-click on things, kinda, even though he's Tinker, and invariably can't really right-click on things well. Ruh-roh, I guess being low health in mid, as Vino, proved to be a problem. Oh yeah, I wasn't even paying attention for that kill. Wasn't even paying attention. Just last hitting, and the Vino happened to explode. Amazing. Tidebringer's so strong. Check this out. He's got Soulbind, so he can hit 2 targets with Mist Coil. Is that good? Does anyone care? Does anyone on his team have something that's worth having Soulbind for? No? No one? Fascinating. This is terrible. I hate it. I don't know why it's a thing. I mean, I guess Moonglaves and Curse of Avernus could be quite strong on, you know, like any agility hero. But this build is just terrible on Tinker. And while they dive on the Stargate, Tinker seems to be struggling to do enough damage for it to matter. Abaddon sees the TP out at the last second and throws out a thing that's not a stun. Speaking of things that aren't stunned, check out Venomous Gale on Abaddon. What? Ruh-roh, did Nature Prophet just die again? Alright, Prophet. He is silenced and latched onto, and a little bit of a dive going on here. Oh man, even the Sprout is not enough. Luna will collect that kill, get out without much life left. Meanwhile, mid. Oh no. Vino. What you doing, friend? I would like to point out that Vino has 2 bottle charges that he could have chugged before this happens. There it is. Dead Vino. So silly. Alright, and the moment you've all been waiting for. My teammates, top. We have Shadow Shaman walking back to top. Look at him go. Look at him swagger like a Shadow Shaman. Anyway, he's got Shikuchi and Shackles, and that's disgusting. What a strong build. Also, in case, you thought that wasn't enough, Mass Serpent Ward, so eventually the Shackles will spawn snakes, and Laser for some extra nuke. It's so much. This is such a good build. Amazing support build. 10 out of 10. Would play. And last, not least, we have Who Dat Ninja, and he is a pig. A hairy, bristlebacked pig with Quill Spray and Bristleback, teleport to be in the fight, and Borrow Time to never die. And I've got to say, this build is quite a bit better than I ever imagined it could be. I think a big part of that is that he's up against a bunch of squishies, and we're kind of steamrolling anyway. Like, bottom's having a bad time. Let me look at scores for a hot second here. This guy right here, Nature's Prophet, has died a few times, and I just got caught mid, so it's not entirely one-sided, but like, there are some deaths on their side, and the person getting kills is me, and it's Kunkka. So we're getting good starts. I went down mid. What happened? How could I allow this? Well, to be honest, I was just super greedy and decided to go devour a jungle creep on their side. Got caught and silenced. Killed the thing latched onto me so I could eat the creep, and in that time, everybody came, and everybody is enough to kill a centaur. So I die. I maybe could have just turned around and Tidebringered and, like, at least chunked the Vino down a bit, if not killed. Noob, says Vino, with the amazing 0-3 score. The insults cut to the bone. Alright, one thing I like doing at about the 10-minute mark, we're a little ahead of schedule, but that's okay, is looking at how the game's going by checking out net worth. So let's look at net worth. Alright, well, to be fair, I'm at 56 and 10 at 8 minutes, which is just fine. Anyone who's good at last hitting can accomplish that, and I'm not good at last hitting, but I have, Devour and Tidebringer, so I naturally have a bunch of last hits. I've got 3 kills on the Vino, and I've got Devour feeding me gold, so yes, I'm like 2k up in net worth. Meanwhile, second place is Who Dat Ninja, also primarily with kill gold. And let's see what happens here. It looks like these two have been getting quill sprayed a bit. They're both a little low. Abaddon steps off to the side, and that Shikuchi Shackle thing means it's time to go on Tinker, along with level 6. Ninja just won't die despite hanging out under the tower, and that's good enough for a Tinker to die. Meanwhile, Shikuchi and another Shackle. Is that gonna be? It is. That's an Abaddon kill. That one goes to Stargate. Good job, my friends. Playing top, carrying the game. I appreciate you. Meanwhile, my bodiless centaur armor is hanging out mid. Wow, check that out. What a weird replay glitch. What am I looking at? It's so silly. What is this? Where's my body? Anyway, whatever. I'm sure it'll come back at some point. Luna is actually doing quite well on farm. You can see it in her, I guess, power treads in her 8th band. Going for a Yasha next, which I don't hate. Although I would have skipped the power treads because hashtag never not Travs. But yeah, bottom lane has some kills. I believe they are in fact on Luna. I'm just trying to roll into some good agility items early. Seems alright. This build desperately needs a Mask of Madness. That really tips your ability to right click on things over the edge. Stargate just got a kill. Looks like Abaddon got surrounded by snakes. Stargate is doomed. Is he doomed to die? He's got a tango flowing. He's pretty low. He doesn't need to be denied. He's going to eat another tango. And those snakes will even help him farm. Very nice. Meanwhile, Kunkka decides to go bottom. Because we're pushing the tower. Just check out the damage that comes out here. Kunkka dives in, starts taking the tower hits, gets hexed. 2 more TP in as the 2 that are here just melt. Weaver uses borrowed time to survive the first death. But Quill Spray under tower is enough for a second death on both Luna and Weaver. And now Abaddon, and finally Tinker. That's a 4-man dive, and everybody dies. Now, 4 of them down seems like a good reason to hit a tower, so I stopped to do that. But my team is thirsty, and they want this Vino. Little do they know that Vino has returned, and will surely kill them all if they click on Vino. Just kidding, they flank, and Vino panics and runs back the other way, and hey, look, there's a Centaur there. I happen to have just finished my Shadow Blade, and that means I chunk real hard. Stargate gets the kill on Luna when she spawns back in, and Weaver is having second thoughts about coming back to this fight. Shadow Shaman ends up a little far forward, takes some major damage, and will go down, but it's going to cost them a Weaver and an Abaddon, because Kunkka was out front, just blowing off Quill Sprays the whole time. I don't know if you've noticed the theme, but Kunkka being in rude places blasting off Quill Sprays is a thing this game. Speaking of Kunkka doing rude things, I'm just trying to hang out outside of tower range. But I see the Vino behind the Tinker and think maybe I'll just go for it. I whiff on my stun. The boat makes me decide to reconsider my life. And the Doom will be my doom. Kunkka and Bristleback get tied together. Nature's Prophet goes down. Was that down here? What happened to Nature's Prophet? Were you just too far forward? Low and forward? Kind of ran in when you got stampeded. And then just stayed way too long. Okay, I don't know why he never backed off. He clearly should have and had time to back off. But Kunkka's still in the fight, and now there's some snakes down. Luna gets out. Stargate's trying to die again. Bristleback TP's out from inside of the snakes. Wait a second. Lol. Bristleback is stuck in snakes for this entire fight. That is so silly. Poor Bristleback. Oh, he TV's home because he can't get out of snakes. Turns out snakes hit hard. Abaddon goes down. Shikuchi keeps Shadow Shaman up. Weaver goes down with nowhere to run in the jungle. Do we even know that Vino's down here? I feel like we should probably know that Vino's down here. Anyway, that's a bunch of deaths on their side and like a very long drawn-out battle. Bottom. It finally seems to be cooling off here. Except Ninja's still around. Prophet has gone top to work on a T1. I've gone to jungle for a little bit. When you can explode camps, you might as well. And Ninja is just standing under the T2 with his back to it, trying to get some extra quill sprays in. Ends up with 3 baddies on him. That's a little bit much, and he finally goes down. Shadow Shaman is nearby, but not in the fight. He's going to use that Scoochie Coochie to get out of there. Seems reasonable. Meanwhile, top. That's a T1 for me. And Vino derps around in the forest. Vino has Tranquil Boots. Cool. Cool, bro. Along with Bottle. What an amazing lack of tankiness for your 900 health tanky Vino build. Hanging out in the jungle a little too long, you get caught, so you stampede to get out. Shadow Shaman uses Shikuchi to get in and ends up in over his head, so he gets out. I see him getting out and decide to go back in. Well, Shadow Shaman didn't like that idea, and I got doomed again, so this may have been a mistake. But there's the snakes afterward. That's a dead Vino, for what that's worth. Also, there's a dead Weaver. Meanwhile, bottom, what happened to Tinker? Tinker's getting the old rundown from Kunkka. Luna shows up to do mean things to Kunkka and ends up proccing additional quill sprays, I'm sure. Which will be the end of Tinker. They do damage to him during Curse. So he gets a decent amount of heals in here. Gets the catapult kill. Sitting on a Vanguard and a Voodoo Mask and a Hood of Defiance. It's lots of both physical and magic damage negation. Now that was a little bit interesting because he's facing like this way. I think if he'd been facing, you know, like straight down or maybe a little bit this way, the Abaddon damage would have caused more procs and he probably would have gotten Luna. Luna's low enough that like one more close play would have done it. In the end, they all show up, and that's going to be enough. I show up too, and suddenly there are a few less of them. Invisible Centaur with Silver Edge up. Oh, that chunk. So I hit the Abaddon. Yeah, watch Abaddon. He takes the hit, and their whole team just explodes. I killed 2 other targets with the cleave damage. Abaddon goes down seconds later. Weaver will refresh his life total with his ults and then die. That's a team wipe. It cost us our Kunkka, but I don't really feel like that's necessarily a problem. Shadow Shaman boards up their hill. And there's 3 of us here to wail on a tier 2. Bristleback takes the opportunity to go Christmas shopping. Buys himself some nice tanky gear. Sure, why not? Seems bad. Where's his axe? Where's his mana regen? I hate it. I go in Biz, hoping for another big smash moment. My stun is promptly followed by a stun. I still get Vino. Both coming to I have to back off. We are shackled together. We are both silenced. One of the 2 things that can affect us when we're both silenced has affected us. Shadow Shaman's got a skedaddle because he's low, but Kunkka and I keep the pressure on. Kunkka runs uphill. High ground at 17 minutes. Snakes come down. Kunkka takes the tower, and all those extra quill sprays and the snakes send the other team running for the hills. This is another time where the angle seems just a little off. I feel like he could have just run down to like right here. He got a bunch of extra procs. Now, with his back to the tower and multiple heroes attacking him, running away is enough for a double kill and then a triple kill. The kills go to Stargate, but I think Kunkka did a vast majority of that damage. Meanwhile, top, I'm dominating. Nice. Good job, me. Heck yeah. What happened here? Oh, I'm invis and farming their ancient camp when a Luna shows up, who I stun and hit a couple times. And she just melts. Oh, I don't see that courier fly right over my head. And I even stampede. Oh, I totally could have caught it if I'd known it was there. I might have died, actually. I am very low after that exchange. Interesting. I guess just the kill and beat was probably a good idea. Alright, let's take a look at net worths and build one more time. It is now 35-12 and we're up 20k, and everyone on our team, even the people that are losing, are winning now. Let's look at some builds. I have some crit and some strength, no surprise there. That's what we do with Tidebringer. I like it. I like my own build. Gasp. We've got boots and some Ags eventually stuff going on Shadow Shaman. He's already got his Ag Shard. Again, this is a hero with a split on the Ags needs. Shikuchi puts a mark on enemies. It damages that lasts 6 seconds when Geminate attack procs. Enemies within the mark will also be hit with a secondary attack. So, Shard for Shikuchi doesn't work without Geminate attack for sure. But the Shackles spawning serpents is definitely why he got this. And that seems good to me. Meanwhile, there's a little bit of a fight mid. Looks like Kunkka is heavily contested. I show up and pop the Weaver. Abaddon goes down to Quill Spray, probably. Oh no, Abaddon gets out with literally 2 health left. Tinker gets out with 20 health left. Did I say Tinker gets out? Just kidding. Let's see that again, because that was epic. Yeah, that is a lovely use of teleportation. Just TP's right into the lane ahead of Tinker, who's on the run, to finish the job. Kunkka has a very nice tank and lifesteal build. Its spell lifesteal seems excellent. Bristleback has a tank and strength build with this setup. Seems terrible. I just want to see like a Void Stone that's going to transition into either a stick or an Orchid maybe. Something decent for right click that also gives mana regen and an axe. That's all I want. It's not what I'm going to get though. I don't like Bristleback's build. Meanwhile, things are happening. Shadow Shaman appears out of nowhere. A lucky gap in the step allows Luna out. But Vino has already gone down here, and Shackles is going to be enough to catch the Weaver for me to kill. Thanks for the support, Stargate. You are quite good at that thing. I know you hate it, but you're too good at it to hate it. Nature's Prophet with a right-click build. Okay, so Nature's Prophet has all the stuns in the world and doesn't need to be a right-clicker this game, and Bristleback has Goo Warpath and needs to build to that to become an insane right-clicker. So I feel like these two needed to switch roles and let Bristleback farm and get last hits, because Nature's Prophet is currently second place in net worth and Bristleback is way down. And that should be swapped, in my humble opinion. Meanwhile, mid, Kunkka has the entire team running at him. He just won't die. Oh man, that tether miscoil does practically nothing. Ah, there it is. That tethered doom is pretty strong. I think that's going to be enough for the bristleback. No, the bristleback gets out. That's Stargate with a double kill with the shackle snakes popping up. And now we can just stand in their base. On the other side, we've got blade mail and power treads on Weaver. Seems bad. Not a support item. We've got phase boots and some regen on Abaddon. I mean, I guess it's fine. He's going for Awakens? I don't get it. Surprise, there's a Centaur here. Surprise, there's a Shadow Shaman here. Alright, multiple blade mails means I don't actually want to attack these two. And I end up kind of just derping around too long and die. But it does cost them 3 of their crew. And that's a heavy price to pay. Shadow Shaman runs to his own Mass Serpent Ward and totally baits Abaddon into it for the triple kill. Shikuchi lets him bring down Weaver as well once some support shows up. And that's buybacks at 22 minutes to protect the mid-racks. Can they do it? And why are they back with half health? Wait. Do buybacks come back with less health? Oh no, this is just the rapid nature. Okay. Yeah. Nature's Prophet just drops them to no health. Oh, Kunkka will stand with his back to a tower and really almost kill both of them. Ends up very low himself. Meanwhile, Shadow Shaman does aggressive things but gets silenced. Kunkka also does aggressive things. Not for the first time. I think he's facing the wrong way and doesn't get as many quill spray procs as he would like. Suddenly our push mid is in danger. Who just exploded? Did Vino just explode? Vino, their tank, with a bit of Defiance and Blade Mail, just gets blaster cannoned by Bristleback and Nature's Prophet. As does Abaddon, as does one of their racks. Nature's Prophet has had enough. Weaver is also gonna scoot. Or try anyway. Looks like... I don't know what this is. Why do you get plate mail and perseverance and an energy booster? What build is this? What is he going for? I have no idea. I don't understand. Luna has decided to invest her later income in a blade mail to go with her Yasha, because reasons. Talking trash about the other team after they talk trash about you is very vindicating. Vino, we just talked about, has some tank stuff, like a little bit of tank stuff. And then there's Tinker. Build makes perfect sense. And is terrible on Tinker. Stun gets Weaver, the blade mail on Weaver gets me. Weaver? No, Tinker. Doom goes down on Kunkka. And Shadow Shaman is in that spot in the corner to drop snakes and kill Luna and Weaver. He's after Abaddon. Will he get him? Abaddon spotted. Very late shackle, but with the snakes, I think it's enough. Yes, indeed. Abaddon goes down. So, Shadow Shaman has picked up his Ags at this point. Nature's Prophet does right-click hard, don't get me wrong, with Treads and Hand of Midas and Deso and Witchblade, like, it's scary, but I think Bristleback had more right-click potential, and he could do all of his stun stuff without needing to right-click. Last on their team is this Tinker, who has build that would be excellent on any utility hero. And is bad on Tinker. Did you guys see that? Did ya? Let's just say Dire's having a tough fight, so they run for their fountain. And Kunkka's like, wait, I want to go stand in your fountain. So he does. And the fountain full heals him and kills Tinker with Quill Spray. So silly. What a ridiculous thing to have once he can get to the enemy fountain. Alright, that is a Shackle. Engaging the fight. Abaddon gets fixed up by Weaver. The Shadow Shaman gets caught and goes down. And Kunkka's got baddies all over him. Feels like he's out of position. He goes and stands in the fountain. And everybody dies. That's a rampage. Turns out standing in the fountain with Abaddon's ult, Borrowed Time, and Bristleback Quill Spray is quite strong. I'm hunting around for kills, but everything is dead already. So I settle for their last set of racks. Abaddon with the stun. And no follow-up damage. Oh, excuse me. Abaddon has gone for a Lotus Orb. He blows prematurely. And then he gets shackled. Cool item, bro. I feel like you need to be so fast with Lotus Orb to the point that like a projectile can be in the air and then you hit your Lotus Orb while it's about to land. Weaver saves himself with his ult. Gets out of my ult. It's only a matter of time at this point. That fight got us mega creeps. We're hammering on the base, knocking at their front door. Here, 34k and only 40 kills in net worth. Sorry, only 39 kills. Luna's gotta die in a second, right? There we go, Luna died. Alright, we are up 40 kills, 35k in net worth. Kunkka is standing in the fountain blasting out Quill Sprays again. It's super effective. They die. Die on respawn if Kunkka's near the tower. And he can pretty much just do that every time. Every single time it comes off it being broken. Anyway, Tinker comes out to die one last time. That is GG. If you made it this far, hit that like button. It means the world to me. If you want to see more of me, I've got shorts, I've got YouTube videos, I've got streams Tuesdays and Thursday nights. Come find me. I'd love to hang out. Support me on Patreon if you want to see the post-game analysis, which we're going to presently. Good luck. Have fun. Don't die. I will catch you in the next one.